Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please go and like and subscribe if you haven't already done that. Today we're going to be talking about pregnancy and postpartum. In this video I'm going to make it a little bit more personal. So I'm just going to talk about my experience. If there's anything that I say that maybe you guys don't agree with, or it doesn't work for you, or it didn't happen like it did for you the way it happened for me, it's okay. I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving anyone any medical advice. I'm purely just sharing my story with you guys and sharing what I experienced and how I dealt with things, and yeah.
She burn whenever it's smoke, we ain't burning. Too hard, don't stay too cold. You gon' fuck around the time. Off this way, knowing all these shows.
I found out I was pregnant on the 23rd of January. I never got morning sickness. I was fine, you know. My pregnancy was not planned. I was very tired. I used to go to the gym every day. I noticed like I just got super lazy, super tired. I just wanted to sleep all the time, more than usual. I was feeling very fatigued. It was like my number one reason for me to take a pregnancy test. And then obviously, of course, I missed my period. My period was late, I think a week or two. I was used to having like irregular periods and stuff, so I wasn't very, worried about that. And then I also had cravings. I used to want to eat ice a lot, and a lot of ice cream. I was also very overly emotional. Like everything just made me cry. Like I was overly emotional. I found out I was 6 weeks pregnant already.
Yes. You can't zoom that thing. Yeah, beating there. Yes.
I went to the doctor, they did a scan and blah 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 blah. I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything. I didn't know about prenatal care. Now I'm pregnant. What next? I didn't know. I had a threatening miscarriage, so I was bleeding. I almost miscarried my baby. Doctor gave me some hormones to help, with my pregnancy and carry out my pregnancy. I think I only took that for like 2 weeks or a week, and then the bleeding stopped after like 2 weeks. And then I took my prenatal vitamins. I still take my prenatal vitamins, by the way, because I'm breastfeeding. Okay, this is Preg Omega. There's 3 tablets, so there's 3 of them. This is how it looks like inside. This 30-day pack. Interestingly, folic acid also helped grow my hair. So you can take folic acid even if you're not pregnant. I was going for scans once every month. My doctor, if I'm not mistaken, started doing like more detailed scans when I was around like towards the end of my 2nd trimester. So he'll look at the bones and the brain and everything. You are pregnant right now. Drink a lot of water. Eat whatever you want to eat. If you are craving whatever you're craving, eat it. Like, just enjoy your pregnancy. I didn't enjoy my pregnancy as much as I wish I could have, because I was very stressed all the time. That's part of the reason why I had a threatening miscarriage. I was very stressed, and every little thing just made me angry and made me cry, and I was just going through a lot while I was pregnant. I went through prenatal depression. I got help. I used to see a psychologist once a week, every week. So if you are going through something and it's just too much for you and you're pregnant, go and get help. Not only for you but for your baby, because I believe that everything you feel, your baby also feels. So if you are sad, your baby is also sad. If you cry, your baby also cries. You guys are connected. So if you're going through something and you're not coping, please get help. Work on being happy. Pregnancy is supposed to be a happy time. You're supposed to be calm and happy and eating just all the time, but don't overdo it with the eating, because losing weight postpartum is very difficult. Peeing all the time is very normal when you're pregnant, and it gets worse in your 3rd trimester because the baby is basically pushing down on your bladder. It was very painful for me towards the end of my pregnancy. I just had to pee all the time. And I was also very sensitive to smell when I was pregnant. Like, I would gag sometimes if, like, you know, I just didn't agree with a certain smell. So I would avoid using public toilets all the time. So I just would limit the amount of water I drink if I'm not at home. But I'm not advising you to dehydrate yourself. Hydrate yourself, and don't hold your pee in, because you might get things like UTIs. You don't want that. So pee. It's normal. Foods that caused heartburn for me might not be the same for you, but for me it was like spicy foods, chilies, and a lot of dairy. Just fatty foods, also fried foods and stuff. I used this for heartburn, so it worked for me. It's a syrup. It doesn't taste so bad. I got it at Discount. Self-care is very important whether you are pregnant or postpartum, because a lot of things affect your self-esteem and your confidence and all of that stuff when you're pregnant and postpartum, because of all the different changes in your body. So when you look good, you feel good. Go get your hair done, go get your nails done, put a face mask on, have a bath, just take care of yourself. Something else I experienced during my pregnancy was constipation. I was constipated a lot. I don't know if it was because I was pregnant or I don't know. Prune juice, lemon juice, lots of water, lots of fiber, it helps. I would advise you to help ease the constipation naturally. I just prefer to do everything like, you know, natural, keep it natural. So yeah, lots of fiber in your diet. Exercise also helps with constipation. I was very lazy and very fatigued, but it is good to exercise a lot when you are pregnant, but don't overdo it. So I had a threatening miscarriage and my doctor put me on bed rest. So yeah, I just had to rest a lot. But if there's nothing wrong with you, no complications at all, you can exercise. I exercised towards like the end of my 2nd trimester, 3rd trimester, but like very light exercises, you know. If you weren't exercising before you were pregnant, then don't overdo it. Just keep it light and simple, and you know. And if you're towards the end of your pregnancy, it's very, very good to squat. Do a lot of squats, a lot of lunges. It's very good to get the baby, you know, down into position, and overall it's just good for your health. Exercise. When I was getting induced, I had a ball, so I would like, you know, bounce on the ball and do different like exercises, like, you know, move like this. And yeah, walk a lot in your 3rd trimester, especially if you are at that point in your pregnancy where you just want your baby to be out of your womb. You just want to meet your baby. You are tired of being pregnant, because I promise you at some point you will reach a point where you're just completely like tired of being pregnant. The last month of my pregnancy was so difficult for me. I just wanted my baby out. I was so tired of being pregnant. I tried everything. I tried eating chilies. I tried doing different exercises to help induce labor. I hear that works for some people. I found videos on YouTube of how to naturally induce labor. It didn't work for me, but for some people it works. Walking a lot also helps induce labor naturally. That also didn't work for me. Lillitha was very stubborn. She just didn't want to come out. It didn't work for me, but for some people it works. Walk a lot, and it is good, like I said, to exercise a lot. So walk. When I was in the hospital getting induced, before I started in severe pain, I was like walking around, and after that long walk I took in the hospital, did I not start feeling contractions, guys? So walk. If something is like, you know, concerning you, ask your doctor. Sometimes Google will be misleading and you're just gonna stress yourself out. So if there's something that is concerning and you're pregnant or you're postpartum, talk to your doctor. I used to feel dizzy. I also used to get really hot, and I was pregnant during like winter, gave birth in summer. I don't know if it was normal or not, but I just used to get like really hot. I didn't experience morning sickness very badly. A lot of nausea, but I never actually threw up. What helped me with the nausea was ginger. So whether it's ginger tea, ginger powder, or fresh ginger, just like a little bit. And then water retention is completely normal, but I only started experiencing water retention in maybe towards the end of my second trimester, beginning of my third trimester. My feet were puffy, and in my third trimester, close to my due date, like maybe 2 months before I was due, my face just went like I was so big, and it made me feel so insecure. But a couple of days after I gave birth, everything just starts going down again, you know. My face went back to normal. My feet, however, were very swollen and puffy after I gave birth. So that is also completely normal. Your body is just going through a bunch of things and going back to what it was. So yeah, giving birth is very traumatic and it's a shock to your body, so things are going to change and it's completely normal. But like, I didn't naturally go into labor. I was induced because I was supposed to give birth on the 16th of September, but my doctor told me to come in on the 19th because I still had no sign of any contractions whatsoever. I went in around 11 o'clock in the morning. They gave me like a saline solution thing to induce the labor. That was around, I think, 12 or going for 1 in the afternoon. I only started feeling the contractions, I think, like very strong contractions, I think at around 9 p.m. It was so sore. I was mostly feeling it in the bottom of my tummy and a little bit in my back, but not so much my back. It was more just like the lower part of my stomach. You can't compare it to period pains, guys. Childbirth is childbirth. It hurts. I don't think there's any type of pain I can compare being in labor to. But I'm not trying to scare anyone. If I got through it, you can get through it too. There's different ways you can prepare for birth. There's antenatal classes you can do online. You can find videos on YouTube as well. Work on your breathing. If you are pregnant, do breathing exercises, especially if you're in your 3rd trimester and you're preparing for birth. Do breathing exercises. I swear it helps so much to control your breathing when you're going to do a natural birth. Something that helped me when I was pushing was, okay, so you breathe in, and then when you feel the contraction, okay, don't hold your breath, but when you feel the contraction, you breathe in, and then when you let out, you push, and then you wait for the contraction again, you push, you breathe in, and then you breathe out, and you push. That really helped. It's very hard to do, but I swear it helped me so much when I was pushing my baby. I had my baby at 11:46. What happened to me, it might not happen for you the way it happened to me. I was feeling the contractions around, I think, 10 p.m. They were getting really bad. I remember the nurse came and she checked me and she said I was 3 centimeters dilated. And then I think at like 11 she came and she checked me again because my mom was with me. I told her, like, I feel like I need to push. Like, your body just tells you, like, dude, I need to push. It feels like, okay, you feel the contraction, you know. I was timing my contractions. That's another thing. Time your contractions. If you go into labor naturally, please time your contractions. If they're less than 3 minutes apart, if I'm not mistaken, then you might just be in active labor. So when I was feeling my contractions, I told the nurse, like, you know, I feel like I need to push now. And they checked me and I was 8 centimeters dilated. So they had to take me into the delivery room and the doctor was not there. The doctor was supposed to deliver my baby. He was not there. It was very like misty and raining that night and he was not there. So the nurses were like, no, don't push. And I was like, I have to push. Like, I can't like keep the baby inside. I have to push. Like, if you've been in labor, if you had a vaginal birth, you know what it feels like. Your body just tells you, like, I need to push. So eventually I just started pushing by myself. I couldn't wait for the doctor. So the midwife, she delivered my baby. Lillitha was 3.2 kgs. She was born at 11:46. And guys, the minute you hold that baby in your arms, your life will never be the same. It's so special. So when she came out, I wanted to do skin to skin, because not only just because I wanted to hold my baby, but I wanted to do skin to skin because of the benefits of it. If you do your research, it's good for the baby's breathing, to regulate the baby's temperature. There's just a lot of benefits of skin to skin. You and your baby are so connected. It's crazy. Like, it's so crazy. So yeah, skin to skin is important. Emotions were just all over the place. I was just nervous, I was in pain, I was in shock, like, you know, it was just too much. So they just put Lillitha, like, she was just on my tummy, like, just chilling there crying for like 2 minutes, and then they took her away. Have a birth plan, guys. I swear it will make you feel so much more at ease. I'm the type of person, I like feeling prepared for things. So in your birth plan, you'll just, like, I included who I want with me in the room. I included just basically overall what I want my experience to be like. It didn't go exactly the way I wanted it to be like, but yeah, just have a birth plan, discuss it with your doctor. I did. And you know, I wanted to record my birth. My mom was supposed to record my birth, but like, she was just like all over the place. She was like, so didn't happen. So when Lillitha was born, they took her away. I made sure that my mom went to go and check what they were doing to her, because yeah, like I said, guys, your baby, you and your baby are just so, you know, I just want to know, what are they doing to her, you know. Discuss all the vaccinations with your doctor that your baby's going to get. I think the first shot that your baby gets is the vitamin K shot. Before they took her away, they put her underneath the lights just so she's all set and doesn't have jaundice. I think that's why. Some babies are born with jaundice. Lillitha didn't have jaundice. I can't really speak much about it because I don't really know what it is. So if anyone wants to educate me properly about what jaundice is, you can comment. But I think it's just when baby comes out a bit yellowish, or eyes are a bit yellowish, and yeah, it's just like a skin thing. It should go away. So they took Lillitha. Mom went with the nurse to do the shots and to dress her up and all of that stuff. They didn't bath her, and this is another important thing. Yeah, they didn't bath her, and my pediatrician did tell me that you don't bath a baby every day. I only started bathing Lillitha when her umbilical cord fell off, and she was like quick. She was like, what, 6 days old when her umbilical cord fell off. Yeah, she was 6 days old. And then the stump took about, I think, a week or 2 weeks to heal. So what I did was I was using surgical spirits. I was putting it on an earbud, the baby earbuds, the ones I used, the baby safety buds. I don't know if you guys can see baby safety buds. I don't know if it's focusing, but I got it at Clicks. I'm sure there's other brands or whatever. It's got that little tube, so you can like really like get in there with the surgical spirits and just, you know, but be very gentle when you do it because they're so small and fragile, and yeah, it's sore for them. They're also healing. As much as you are healing from birth, your baby is also healing from birth. Keep the umbilical cord clean with surgical spirits after every like diaper change. And if you see black poop, don't panic, it's normal. They're just taking their stuff out. So after Lillitha was born, I had a 2nd-degree tear, which was bad. It was painful, so they injected me down there on the cookies, and they made the area kind of numb, you know. And doctor came at the end after the baby was out. He came to stitch me up, and yeah, I forgot to say one thing. Something I did not know when I was pregnant is they deliver your placenta. So when baby comes out, you've done your skin to skin, they wait a few minutes and then cut the cord. Also, you guys should Google delayed cord clamping. There's some benefits. I didn't see anything because I was just in so much pain. I was weak. Giving birth takes a lot of energy from your body. I was literally just like laying there, and you know, so they delivered my placenta, they took it out. There's different things you can do with your placenta. I was just so out of it, I even forgot, but I wanted to bring my placenta home and plant it with a tree. So you can do that. Some people eat their placenta. There's health benefits, but I didn't consider that. But you can eat your placenta if you know that's what you want to do. Also, in one of my next videos, I will be talking about how to grow your hair. And one of the things you can use to grow your hair is placenta. But there are actual like hair products that have placenta in them, not human placenta, but there are hair products that have placenta in them, and it worked for me. So if you want to use your own placenta for your hair, you can do that, because let me tell you guys, postpartum, your hair will fall out. My hair did fall out. It is still falling out. Not like big ridiculous chunks, but some people it's worse than others, but my hair does fall out. So yeah, you can use your placenta. Recovering postpartum, oh my gosh. So after Lily was born, I think I was very strong. I think about an hour after she was born, I was very like because they gave me morphine for the pain when I was in labor, but that didn't do anything because I still felt every single ache and pain in my body. I was very drowsy even while I was in active labor. I was very like, you know, like drowsy, like a little zombie. After Lily was born, I took a shower. If you've given birth to a baby, you know, like all your energy is just like drained. So I took a shower. So guys, your first pee, it is good to have a peri bottle. So I threw mine away because I don't use it anymore, and I'm not planning on having a baby anytime soon again. So a peri bottle is like, I will try and put a picture right here what a peri bottle looks like. Yeah, so just put a little bit of like warm water inside and sea salt or Epsom salts inside, and just squirt it up there and just rinse there. Also, I did that in the shower. It helped. And when you pee, while you are peeing, to help relieve the pain, because when you pee it hurts, it burns, it's sore, you know, and I had a 2nd-degree tear, so you know that stuff was going on my stitches and it was really sore. So the Epsom salts and the warm water helps when you're peeing, so just pour it over while you pee. Or if you don't have a peri bottle, you can just use like a squirt bottle, or you can just use a cup and just like a cup you're never going to use again, and just put the warm water with the Epsom salts. I swear it helps. Okay, part of healing, you are going to bleed a lot. So after childbirth, you lose a lot of blood. So it is good to take iron supplements, which I'm sure your doctor will put you on straight after birth. If you're breastfeeding, just be careful what type of painkillers you take after birth. Pads, maternity pads, these need to go in your hospital bag. But funny enough, when Lillitha was born, when they were taking me back to the recovery room, there was just too much blood, guys. There's like too much blood. Let me actually show you. They actually put a nappy on me. So you guys can use nappies as well. Some people prefer the nappies over the pads. Some people bleed less than other people. Some people bleed more than other people, depending on your flow. The 2nd day, the bleeding went down a bit, but it was still a lot. So if you've given birth, you know what I mean by it's still a lot. So this is what the pad looks like. It's huge. It's bigger than my face. So this is a maternity pad. There is something that really helped me postpartum while I was healing, especially with the healing down there from tearing. So you take your pad. There is something called witch hazel. I got it at Dischem, and aloe vera you can find anywhere. You just pour the witch hazel over, you know, the pad. Like, just make sure it's like full bottom to top, but don't like make it soaking wet, just enough, you know, just a little bit of witch hazel. And then you take aloe vera. I used a knife. You take aloe vera, you just like smear it on, and then you fold the pad back and you put the thingy, and you just take a Ziploc bag, you fill them up, just a couple. I put like, I think 40 inside, and you put them in the deep freezer. So when you come home from the hospital, you can just pop those on your panties. Helped with the pain a lot, because when that injection wore off, from being stitched up. I was in so much pain. It was so hard to carry Lillitha in my arms. It was hard to stand up. It was hard to sit down. So yeah, the padsticles really helped. That's what they are. They're padsticles. Some people like adding like lavender drops and stuff. Personally, I wouldn't do that because I just think the lavender or essential oils or whatever is just like too strong for down there. So yeah, you need to look after yourself down there. And another thing that helped me was taking baths, but that was hard because I gave birth in summer, so it was really hard. But whenever I could, whenever I had the chance to, whenever Lily was sleeping, take a bath and soak inside the bath. This is the Epsom salts that I used, Dr. Teal's. So yeah, just a cup. It says 2 cups at the back of the packaging, but yeah, I don't like wasting. So just 1 cup is actually enough, guys. Just 1 cup of this in a bath with no bubble bath, no soaps and stuff. Just what I did, I take a shower and then have my soak, so you know I'm clean and I'm just soaking. I think this is fragranced because it's got chamomile inside, so this helped a lot. Don't put it directly on your cookies, but just soak in the bath. It smells really nice. I got it at Dischem. I'm sure you can find it at other pharmacies, but I got this at Dischem. Another thing, postpartum, don't overdo it. Don't strain yourself if you are tired. For me, it was the first 2 months of Lillitha's life. I was alone a lot with her, so it was really hard to try and heal and look after baby. But whenever you can, try and rest, you know. Even if the house is upside down and you can't clean up and stuff, when baby sleeps, take advantage of it and sleep. Sleep, sleep, sleep. It helps so much because yeah, you won't get much sleep with a newborn. All moms can agree with me, you don't get much sleep. So whenever you have the opportunity, just sleep and don't feel guilty for not doing the laundry or not doing the dishes. You need to be kind to your body. So another thing you might experience postpartum is postpartum depression, and that's something I went through. I was very depressed just because it was Lily and I alone most of the time. It does get lonely. I love my baby so much, but so yeah, you need to take care of your mental health and get help, because everything you feel, even though baby is not in your tummy anymore, baby feels. So you need to take care of yourself, get help, see someone, talk to someone. Something that really helped me was meditation. There's this app called Insight Timer. It's a meditation app. It's free. You can get it on Google Play or the App Store. So it just gives you a bunch of different things, whether you want to listen to affirmations or just guided meditations or meditation music, but I prefer the guided meditations. Just if it doesn't work for you, if it's not something you want to do, that is also fine. But yeah, guys, look after yourself and be kind to yourself and be kind to your body. And then postpartum, like, my feet were so puffy. Like, I used to wear an anklet, I had to take it off because my feet and my ankles were so puffy, guys. Like, I think my ankle was like this size. It was so big, guys. My ankle was so swollen, and that is so normal, but it made me feel so insecure, like really insecure, because everything was just like puffy and baby's not inside anymore, but you look at your stomach and everything is just not the same anymore, you know. like I said, be kind to yourself. You just grew a whole life inside your body. You nourished a baby for 9 months. You brought life into this world. You made eyeballs. So be kind to yourself. There's so much emotions and just so many insecurities that might like hit you postpartum, and it's okay. Just be kind to yourself, one day at a time. Deal with it, take it. It's not easy, but if I could do it, if I'm still doing it, you can do it too. So after you give birth, you might still look pregnant. You might look like you were 6 or 5 months pregnant. That is also normal. It's just your uterus will slowly go back to its size. Another thing, if you want to do, if you are postpartum and you had a natural birth, I don't know about cesarean births because I've never had a cesarean section, so I'm not sure if this will interfere with your scar and, you know, just healing overall in your lower abdomen. So you should probably discuss that with your doctor if you will take my advice. But what I did was I used a belly binder. I still use a belly binder. It's like this. It's long, so you just, you know, put it around, wrap, and that will also help your uterus contract and return to its original size, and, you know, also help just tighten your stomach a little bit more, help you, you know, you need to keep everything in, you know, just getting it down a bit, and, you know, but you do need to put the work in and exercise. I started exercising 2 months postpartum, 3 months postpartum. Whenever you're ready, you can start. Be kind to yourself. Usually when I use the belly binder, I will put these first, so I can't show you them right now because they're in the laundry, but I will put these first on, and then I put the belly binder over, just because I don't like the way this feels on my skin. Like, it will make me itch, so I'll put these on first and then I will put those on. And this also just helps, like, if you want to wear this under your clothes, to just keep everything, you know, looking intact. I got this at Discam, but I also saw it at Discam Baby City, and I think Woolworths in South Africa has it as well. I'm not sure. In Swaziland, I think you can get this at this baby shop called Value Mall or Value Mart or something. It's in Manzini, opposite Boxer. And then hospital panties. Go and get yourself a pair of hospital panties. They are also by Carrywell, so it's the same brand. I just don't have a box anymore. When you put your nappy on or your maternity pad on, this is so comfortable when you've just given birth. So include this in your hospital bag. If you guys want me to do a what I packed in my hospital bag video, I will do it. So just comment if that's something anyone is interested in, or something you guys would like me to include in my content. So yeah, days postpartum, a few weeks postpartum, while you're breastfeeding, you will feel your like contractions like childbirth again, but obviously more milder than childbirth. But your uterus is just contracting to its normal size. So a few days postpartum, if you still look pregnant, don't beat yourself up about it. It's just your uterus will get smaller, it will contract and go back to its size. And obviously things change as women. Our bodies are constantly changing. Your boobs, your thighs, your stomach, your arms, whatever it is, everything just changes, and that is so normal and it's okay. Don't beat yourself up about it. These are just things that we have to go through as women, and I believe that as women, we can conquer anything, we can handle anything that is thrown our way. So if you are newly postpartum, or if you are pregnant and you're worried about postpartum, if you're a first-time mom, if you are worried because you're gonna go through it again, you can do it. Just be kind to yourself. Enjoy loving your baby, enjoy smiling your baby. And it does get tough. You're allowed to have those days when you break down and cry, but look after yourself. Don't let yourself go. Like, the only person that is there for you and will be there for you 100% is you. So, you know, look after yourself, look after your mental health. And yeah, it is a lot, but like I said, as women, we can do anything. We are powerful, and you know, we were chosen to birth children because we're strong enough to handle it. I hope this video helped anyone. If you want a more detailed video on birth and postpartum and pregnancy, you can let me know in the comments. I can do a part 2, but I just try to do like a brief, you know, whether you just want to know because you're a first-time mom and you don't know what to expect, or you just, you know, you're postpartum and you just need words of encouragement. I hope this video helped. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, you'll be seeing more of me. Stay tuned for my next video. Thank you. Bye.